Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Game Watch Live. Hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good day. Welcome to Friday Night Football. This game today coming from Ellen Road. It's a game between Leeds and West Ham. Massive game for both teams. Both teams desperately need the 3 points from this. West Ham currently languishing in the relegation zone. Leeds only a couple of places above it, so it's going to be a vital game for both teams. Whoever comes out on this with the 3 points, as we just take a look at the tables and just look at the current form, going down to the bottom. West Ham are in 19th position, and they've lost 4 of the last 6 games, having drawn 1 and won 1 as well. So lost the last 2, including a poor performance on Monday, so not in the best of forms. Leeds are on 16th. They've lost 3 of the last 6 games, having drawn 2 and won 1, lost the last 2, and again on another poor performance against Burnley at the weekend, having dominated the game really, but just failed to produce that killer touch in the last third that would have opened Burnley up. And that's going to be the problem today, as we look at both of these teams. Let's just bring the lineups up, and what we'll see is that Leeds have made several changes, and we'll look at those now. Firstly, Lucas Perry is fit to start, so Carl Darlow drops out for Lucas Perry. The back four will be Bogle, Rodon. Biol gets his Premier League debut in place of Strauch, who is laid down with an illness at the moment, so he's had to drop out. Goodmanson will play at left back. Tanaka comes in for Jack Harrison. I don't think that's a huge surprise there. Tanaka maybe just a bit more productive in that position as well. Ampadu, the captain, in the middle of midfield, and Longstaff on the right-hand side. Aronson retains his place on the right-hand side. There was a rumour that Dan James was going to be back in the side, but he's not. Aronson keeps his place. Calvert-Lewin continues as the centre forward, and it's nice to see Noel Okafor back in the side, because he will produce from that left-hand side, cutting in, and he will produce chances for Calvert-Lewin, and Calvert-Lewin's just desperate for a goal. And if he gets one today, it could be 2 or 3 over the next few games. The floodgates will open. He is a bit of a streaky striker, if that makes sense. He does go in streaks. Let's hope he starts today. As for West Ham, they've gone to a 3-4-3, so they're looking to defend deep in midfield, hoping to hold Leeds out and maybe catch them on the break, I guess. But they're starting with Areola in goal. They've got Todibo, Kilman and Skiles as the back 3. Wan-Bissaka and Diouf will be the wing backs. Irvin and Soucek in midfield, with Bowen, Pakacheta and the ex-Leeds player Somerville up front. So Leeds playing the usual 4-3-3, and Nuno has gone for the 3-4-3. So that's the 2 teams as it is. We'll just go back to those league positions, because I want to see where the win, or how the win, affects both these sides. So if we look at Leeds, they're on 8 points at the moment. They're going to 11th, so they'll go up to 13th position above Brentford. It's quite a healthy position. West Ham will go up to 7th, but will still remain in the bottom 3, but they'll just go a position above Nottingham Forest. So that's how it will end the night for either team. So thanks to everybody who's joined us so far. If you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber. I don't like to push this too much, but we're only a few subscribers away from the magic 200 mark. We're hoping to get there tonight. With your help, we can. So if you want to help us get there, please hit that subscribe button and the like button, which is even more important nowadays on YouTube for helping promote channels. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build our channel up slowly but surely. But a subscribe tonight would be a big help. Don't forget, you can get involved in the chat. Like Simply Joy, she says, evening to everybody else. Hull and East Yorkshire, and Budgick says, hello, Joyce. Hiya all. So Simply Joyce says, come on, Leeds. So they've got involved in the chat. If you want to get involved in the chat, please do. If there's any West Ham fans in, what do you think about your team's start to the season so far? Pretty poor, but do you think you'll get relegated? What about Leeds? Do you think we'll avoid relegation? Let us know what you think. Or if you just want to put a score prediction in, let us know what you think. It'll be interesting to see who starts the favourites in this game today. We're about 8 minutes away from kick-off, so we've still got a chance to look at a few of the comments before we get game started. Once the game gets started, we'll try and concentrate on that. Look at some more comments at half time. And Hull and East Yorkshire says Leeds need a result after Burnley. You've got to agree with that because it was a poor performance by Leeds. They were lacking a lot in the last third. Didn't look like they were going to open Burnley up, and Burnley defended well, I know, and took their chances well, but Leeds did miss a few chances to get something out of that game. And one thing that is for sure, that it's a poor result for Leeds because you've got to beat the teams that are going to be around you in that relegation zone, and there's no doubt about it that Leeds are going to be fighting a relegation battle this season. Leeds need chances against Burnley and can't do that. It's absolutely right. Hull and East Yorkshire. Denise, thanks for joining in. Hope you're well. But I think that Leeds have just got a slightly more attacking, hopefully more creative lineup tonight. So hopefully with West Ham being on a poor run and lacking a bit of confidence, and of course playing at Ellen Road, that's always a big thing. It's a big advantage for Leeds. Hopefully Leeds will go on and win this game. But we shall see. We're not far off kick-off, 6 minutes away. Denise from Bridlington, of course. Yeah, you're at the biker thing, you two, aren't you, today? I hope you're enjoying yourselves there. Hope the cold wind hasn't spoilt your enjoyment too much, and I hope you enjoy the game tonight. And Mark's there as well. Have you got the game on, or are you just listening to the commentary? Have you got a score prediction for us then, you two? What do you think? I'm going to go for a 2-0 for Leeds today. But then again, I did on Saturday, and look how that turned out. So I'm not counting any chickens, but always hopeful of a Leeds win, as you would expect. Just get the timer ready. The two teams are now in the tunnel, so we're not far off kick-off. Oh, you've got the game on listening to me. Oh, you poor things. Mark says Leeds. Yeah, I do as well. Teams are just coming out now, out the tunnel. So we're not far off kick-off. Coming out just a little bit earlier than they usually do. It's 5-2. They usually don't come out for another couple of minutes, but it'll be good to see the game get underway. 2-1 to Leeds. I'd settle for that. I'd settle for any win for Leeds, as it's close to Remembrance Sunday as well. Both teams carrying out the wreath of poppies. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber. We're just a couple away from the 200 mark. If you can help us get there tonight, it really would be appreciated. And of course, hit that like and notification bell. Both teams just lining up on the pitch now. Go through the usual preliminaries before the game gets underway. Leeds can open themselves a nice little gap between themselves and West Ham if they win this game today. It's vital that they beat these teams. Be interesting to watch Jacobiol now that he's taken Strouk's place because of his sickness. But there was a rumour going around that I heard that he was going to take his place anyway. But sickness has done the job for him. But he didn't have the best of games against West Ham in the League Cup as it is. So he'll be looking for a good performance today. Not blessed with the greatest of pace, but good in the air and good at corners and set pieces as well, which might be a threat for Leeds. The teams are finished doing the handshakes. They're moving off now as the teams are flashed up on the screen there. Okafor, it's good to see him back in the side. Really need him to create something today, cutting in from that left-hand side like he has done. He's had a good start to his league career, and as he's got fitter and fitter, he's looked better and better. 2 goals in his last 3 appearances. Let's hope he can get another one today for us. We shall see what the Nuno effect has on West Ham. He's gone to a back 3, what he used to play for with Forest, but West Ham up to it. That's the thing. Obviously lacking in a lot of confidence. Let's hope Somerville doesn't come back to haunt us like a lot of ex-Leeds players have done. Don't know whether the teams are going to do anything for the remembrance. They seem to be lining up, I think, but the cameras are not showing anything at the moment. Hopefully the wind's died down in Leeds now. It seems to be dying down across the country, so it won't have an adverse effect on the game. But both teams are now lined up over the centre circle, and we're going to get a remembrance. It's the nearest remembrance for Leeds, so we're going to have a minute's silence. That's why they've come out early, I guess. I'm going to get the last post. Big round of applause for the bugler. The crowd were perfectly silent for that. Good to see the respect. But now we can get the game underway. West Ham are ready to start the game. Leeds are just coming out of their huddle now. We're not far off. West Ham in the usual, it's maroon kit with a bit of blue trim. Leeds all in white. It's going to be West Ham are going to kick off this game, kicking from right to left as we look. Just waiting for the referee to give the all start. Taking the knee, except for Calvert-Lewin. He's not taking it. Bit of a boo going on. I think Somerville there has got his fist in the air as well, whatever that's supposed to mean. But the game is underway. Long ball, let's through to Biol, gets an early touch, puts it into touch for a throw to West Ham. He'll be glad to get an early touch, will Biol. There'll be a few nerves on him. Throw's taken. It's Kilman who's throwing it down the line. Ball goes back. Left-footed, crossed into the box. Perry comes out and makes a good catch. Just what you'd want from your goalkeeper to dominate his area. It's played out to Rodon. Biol back to Rodon. Out wide to Bogle. Under pressure. Putting the squeeze on Leeds. Rodon has to go back to Perry. He drives it long. Tanaka heads it. Longstaff brings it down on his chest. Lays it back to Rodon. Rodon back to Longstaff. Tries to get it out, but Bowen's in the way. And he goes in on Okafor. Okafor goes down. Oh, it's Aronson who's gone down there. It was a scruffy challenge that by Bowen. Aronson's used to getting a bit of stick. He usually does. He's got up and away. Leeds take the free kick. Goes to Biol again. And this has been one of the criticisms of Leeds, is that they play it backwards and forwards across the back four, and they allow teams to be able to settle into a defensive pattern. And that's why Leeds find it difficult to break teams down. They're not quick enough with the passing. They're not decisive with the passing. It's all a bit slow. Biol's coming forward now. Gives it out to Okafor. Okafor has to go back to Biol. And this is one of the problems with Leeds, that they've lost a bit of intensity from the first two games. That's the criticism that we've seen of them now. Can they step up the pace at Ellen Road, which is what the crowd will want to get on their side? Biol plays it across to Tanaka. Tanaka comes forward and then checks back again and goes back to Biol. To Rodon. Longstaff on the right now. Bogle's with him, but Bogle's going to have to go back as West Ham put the squeeze on as soon as the ball comes into their half, and it's back with Biol. Ampadu gives it back to Biol. He gets it out to Tanaka, who's dropping deep, as Ampadu does, so the two midfielders will drop deep. Ampadu on the halfway cuts inside, running forward, lays it inside. Longstaff just tried to put it to Aronson. It was a bit behind him, but Bogle's supporting on the right-hand side. It's a good cross to the back post, and Okafor was in there. And Leeds have put it in the back, and it looks like Aronson's put it in, and Leeds are a goal up already. What a fantastic start for Leeds. And that was a brilliant cross to the back post by Bogle. I think it was Okafor that attacked it. There was a deflection. It looked like a good save off the goalkeeper, but the ball came out to Aronson, and he's side-footed it in, and Leeds have taken the lead. With a driving running through the centre for Ampadu. Aronson was involved in the build-up because he laid it out to Bogle, who put it in. Great header by Okafor. Good save by the goalkeeper. See that again? Yeah, it's a good save by the goalkeeper, but all he could do was push it out to Aronson. Aronson had the easy side-footed finish. And you've got to think that the Skiles has got to do better there when he's got to defend that cross coming to the back post. He's got to know that there's someone coming from behind him, and yet he was easily beaten there. And Aronson will be glad of that one. And Leeds are glad of that one. Off we go again. Ball goes long again. It's Goodmanson who volleys it forward. Tanaka challenges. Man goes down. Referee stops the play. Don't know, has it gone down? Is it Suchek? Oh, it's Irving. It was a 50-50 ball. I don't think that Tanaka actually hit him in the face. It's shoulder to shoulder. He'll get up. No, looking pensive already. It's not the start he wanted. Still a long way to go, though. Well, East Yorkshire says the goalie should do better. I'm not sure. It was one of those. I mean, Okafor really got a good connection with it. It was down low to his left. Those are difficult ones to really hold. I mean, if any criticism of him, maybe he could have pushed it a bit wider away from the goal instead of right out in front of him. But it's a difficult one. Is that I have sympathy for him there. To see the replay of it again. Great cross by Bogle. Stood that up really good at the back post. Yeah, if there's any criticism of the goalkeeper, he ought to have palmed it wide instead of pushing it out in front of him. But there was 3 players right in on that, looking for a rebound like that. That's good to see. Back underway now. West Ham comes out. It's Bissaka. He's given the ball away, but it's picked up and chipped forward. Rodon gets his head to the ball. Tonight, Aronson was in there. Rodon hooks it back again. High in the air. Calvert-Lewin gets his head to it, but it's lobbed forward again. Again, like Bissaka there. He's under pressure from Bogle. Bogle's penalised for a foul on Bissaka. Goes all the way back to Kilman. Todibo gives it forward. Leeds pressing again. Has to go back to Ariol, who drives it forward. High in the air. Rodon wins the header. Tanaka wins the ball as it drops down. It's picked up by Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka now attacking down that left-hand side. Lays it into Diouf. Diouf checks back. Gives it to Irving. Irving goes across. Todibo gives it to Kilman. Kilman back inside. Paqueta is going to be the one who's going to be looking to create stuff for West Ham, but the ball's brought back as looks like Ampadu has gone down with an injury. Good 8 minutes for Leeds so far. The referee took him out. Drop ball. Don't know whether they're going to contest this. I don't know whether they can give it to. I think Ampadu was just asking, are you giving it to us? Paqueta in there, pushing him away. They can drop it at Irving's feet. Eventually. Ampadu still not sure. Has Ampadu been told he has to go off for 30 seconds for his injury? Daniel Farker's not happy about that. He has to wait for permission to come back on, but play's underway now. Somerville on that right-hand side. Goes down the line. It's helped on to Somerville. He's got to the byline. He's put a good cross into the back post. Well, it's headed up. What a effort that was. I think that was Jared Boehm there. A volley from, it was like almost behind him. And luckily for Perry, it was straight at him, but he struck it so well. Left-footed volley, perfectly on target, but just straight at Perry. But that was fortunate for Leeds there, and that was all through Somerville's cross. Perry in the right way, right place, is palmed the ball out, and luckily it didn't go to a West Ham player. Longstaff has the ball now for Leeds, out to the left-hand side to Goodmanson. But West Ham are holding a high line, they're pressing high, and Leeds are having to go back to the goalkeeper again. Perry chips one forward, headed back inside. Calvert-Lewin gets his head to the ball. Tanaka brings it down. Longstaff turns backwards. He's going to give it to... It's a bit too far, but Wan-Bissaka, he can't get to it, can't Bogle. The deflection comes off Bogle, and the throw is to West Ham. Looks like a bit of rain falling down at Ellen Road. Bowen plays it down the line. Paqueta can't get to it before Rodon puts it out for a throw. Leeds will be looking to keep it nice and tight for the next few minutes, just to negate any comeback from West Ham, just to hold on to what they've got and just consolidate when Bissaka has the throw. It's played in, Irving. He's battling for it. Calvert-Lewin's barged in the back and goes down, and it's a foul. Kilman with the foul. Goes back to Rodon. Biol in his own half. He's going to give it back to Perry. Perry under pressure now. Rolls it out to Rodon on this near side, the right-hand side. He plays one down the middle, looking for Calvert-Lewin. Difficult one for him to control, and it actually goes quite a long way back towards Leeds and into the touch for a throw to West Ham. Wan-Bissaka plays it out to Todiba. Goes to Bowen. Bowen and Somerville getting it together. Comes back out to Okafor. Then Longstaff in centre midfield. Comes out to Bogle. Run down the line. Longstaff, but Wan-Bissaka's got there. He's battling for it. Leeds pick the loose ball up. The cross is a low one that's cleared away on the 6-yard box. Out for a throw to Leeds. It's Aronson who's finding himself a bit of space out there. Good run by Longstaff in the inside right position to attack West Ham in the heart of their defence. Biol. Rodon back to Biol. Tanaka. And Perry chips one, looking for Calvert-Lewin, but it's over his head. But then it's going to be picked up by Ampadu. He's got a bit of time and space now. Goodmanson now. Under pressure from Scarles, has to go back. In fact, it goes all the way back to Perry. Biol. Goodmanson to Ampadu. Inside to Calvert-Lewin, but he slips as he tries to go around his man. Top maybe just getting a bit greasy. But the ball goes all the way back to Ariol eventually, and he has to drive it long. High in the air. Goodmanson wins the header. Okafor now brings it down. It's a good flick for the early run of Goodmanson. He tries to go round his man, gets a deflection, and it goes out for a corner. Good link in between Okafor and Goodmanson there to create the space down that left-hand side. Can Leeds produce anything from this corner? It's Longstaff was going to go across to that side. He's going to put a right-footed in-swinger. Can Biol get his head onto something? In it comes now. It's a good one. It's flicked on and it's in. And it's Rodon who's put it in at the near post. What a start for Leeds. They don't score many goals from set pieces, but that's Rodon's second of the season. And West Ham have been dire, and their body language is awful. Their heads are down, their shoulders are drooped. And if they're not careful, they're going to get a bit of a hammer in here now. That was just too easy. Rodon just made a run from the 6-yard box into the middle and just headed inside the right-hand post. It was too easy. Paqueta was the one who was marking him and just let him go. And that was awful. He just ran round the back of Paqueta. And after that, it was just a matter of, can I get it on target? And yes, he did. And the goalkeeper had no chance. Ball's played into Paqueta. He tried to get it down to Diouf. Diouf shakes his head because it's behind him and goes out for a throw to Leeds. Ball comes out to Biol. Perry side foots one down the line. Okafor heads it inside. Calvert-Lewin picks the ball up, gives it back to Okafor. Cuts inside, then gives it back to Biol. Biol then gives it to Goodmanson. Back inside to Tanaka. Back to Biol, deep in his own half. Tanaka, back to Biol, being pushed backwards, Leeds. They get it out to Longstaff, though. Longstaff has a bit of space in front of him if he wants to go forward. But he goes back to Rodon. Then Rodon out wide to the left-hand side to Tanaka. Biol. Rodon. Bogle. Goes down the line. Aronson wins the throw off Bissaka. Rain getting heavier at Ellen Road now. Ball goes back to Perry from Rodon. Perry drives it high, first time. Longstaff can't win that ball. Ball's hooked forward. It's going to go all the way back from Todibo to Areola. And he drives it forward. Biol wins an easy header, no pressure there. Aronson collects the ball on the near touchline, lays it back to Bogle. Bogle goes all the way back to Rodon. And Biol, who's even deeper across to the left, he's going to give it back to Perry. Perry drives it high, long, looking for Calvert-Lewin. He wins the head, does Calvert-Lewin. The ball drops at the feet of Todibo. He hooks it over his own head. It goes out wide. It's Diouf who wins the throw for West Ham on its near side. It drops it on the floor and leaves it for Wan-Bissaka. West Ham low, warming up a substitution already. Obviously, Nunes is not happy with what he's seen so far. Longstaff stops Diouf from going down the left-hand touchline. Throw to West Ham. It's back with Kilman. Goes across to Todibo. All the way out to the far side. Comes inside with Scarles. Plays the ball inside. It's laid off by Paqueta for the run down the middle. But it's well covered by Tanaka. Looking for a foul, but there isn't one. Tanaka plays a ball long into the middle looking for Calvert-Lewin, but he's got no support with him. If he had won that header, but he didn't. Kilman won that. Into Somerville, who's on his halfway. He cuts inside. Tanaka looking to put the squeeze on. Longstaff played inside to Somerville again. And then Ampadu's penalised for the foul on. It's like Scarles is down, is it? Injured, holding his right arm, right shoulder possibly. No, he fell awkwardly under the challenge of Rodon there. Nothing in it, but he's holding his right shoulder. Still laid down, getting a bit of attention. Diouf having a word with Nunes. Wan-Bissaka there as well, getting some advice. Looks like there might be that injury to Scales is a bit worse than we had hoped, because there's 2 substitutions warming up for West Ham now. They wouldn't have needed this. Thanks to everybody who's watching us so far. Hope you're enjoying this live watch along. If you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber. We're just a couple away from that magical 200 subscribers. If you can get us there tonight, be eternally grateful. Hit that like button as well. You're not missing anything at the moment. Is that Callum Wilson who's warming up there? Looks like it. Must be going to make a change up front then. Must be a bad injury for Scales, because he's still down and they're not moving him, and it looks like the old stretcher's coming on for him, so that's the end of his game. Maybe a dislocated shoulder or something like that. Maybe it's a change of formation, is it? With Callum Wilson coming on, maybe they're going to go for the 2 up front. You're not missing anything. We're just looking at the goals so far. Mark says he's changed his mind. It's going to be 5-0. The way it started, it could be. We're not seeing what's happened to Scales. All we're getting is pictures from the side, which is the usual thing when players have got a bit of a serious injury. They don't actually show what's happening with the treatment, but I guess he's been loaded onto the stretcher. And that's his game over with. Not what Leeds would really have wanted, because it's interrupting their flow. Just when they had the advantage, this stoppage can only benefit West Ham, just to slow Leeds down a bit. Obviously, we're going to get a bit of overtime at the end of this first half. Players been stopped for hour, I think about 5 minutes now, while Scales is seen to. Well, he's got to his feet anyway. I don't know. He's not going to continue, but at least he can walk himself off. But he's got his shoulder or his right arm tucked into his shirt for support, so it's obviously a bad shoulder injury, and he's going to take no further part. So Callum Wilson is on. Let's keep an eye on that, see if there's a change in formation. And it goes all the way back to the halfway on the far side for a West Ham free kick for that foul on Somerville. Irvin's going to take this left-footed. They're obviously going to lump this one high into the Leeds half, as they do. Biol wins the header. Somerville picks it up and lays it all the way back to Diouf. He gets it back. Serving lays it out to the right hand side where Wan-Bissaka is now. He's gone to cross to the other side. So Bowen is there. Wan-Bissaka goes down, looking for a free kick, but there's nothing given, and the ball runs out for a free goal kick to Leeds. Okafor, who covered that run. Good defending from Okafor. Biol takes a short goal kick to Perry, who then drives it long. I don't see the point in that. If you're going to drive it long, drive it long. Calvert-Lewin gets the header on. Wan-Bissaka, who's on the right-hand side now, is under pressure from Okafor. Ball goes back down the line. Biol follows it down, gives it back to Perry, who drives it long first time. Calvert-Lewin tries to get the flick on, it's over his head. Goodmanson gets a touch to it and then makes a run down the outside, but Okafor can't find him. He actually goes across. Somerville looked like he caught that on his arm there, but it's not given. And it goes out to the right-hand side to Wan-Bissaka. And Todibo has to go back to Ariel, and then he drives it long. It's going to be a free header for Rodon. He lets it bounce, though. But he manages to get a head on it, then it goes all the way through to Perry, who's under pressure from Callum Wilson. Into Ampadu. Quickly under pressure, but it gets it away to Longstaff, who gets it out to the left-hand side. It's Goodmanson now. He's got Okafor with him. Okafor chips it down the line for Goodmanson to chase, but it's going to go out for a goal kick before he can get there. But those two linking well down that left-hand side there. Ariel's going to go long from this now as everybody's disappeared from the last third of the pitch. No short ones this time. Up it goes. It's won by Longstaff. Ball's picked up on this left-hand side now. Well, it was back-heeled, thinking that there was a player behind him there, Diouf, but there wasn't. I think he was thinking Wan-Bissaka was still there, but he's gone across to the opposite side. Throw to Leeds. Bogle's going to take it. Referee just wants to hold. Bogle gets the loose ball as it comes back to him, lays it inside to Aronson. Aronson does well to flick it inside to Longstaff, who gets it to Ampadu. Biol coming forward over the halfway line. He's got Okafor on his outside and he gives it to Okafor. Okafor comes inside, lays it back to Biol. Biol's got Rodon with him. Rodon's pulled back there. Paquetá. The foul's given eventually. Paquetá had two goes at him. Ampadu gives it to Rodon. Back to Rodon. Longstaff. Ampadu lays it first time to Aronson, but he can't get the ball to Longstaff. Bogle works hard to get the ball back off West Ham. Throw goes out for West Ham though. So Diouf is going to take this one. Comes inside to Somerville. Diouf now has to go back. Kilman has to go back to Areola. Calvert-Lewin almost got there. Just in time, he got it away. Wan-Bissaka now lays it down the line, but it's too far in front of Bowen that. Biol's going to get it to Goodmanson. Goodmanson goes inside. Tanaka battling hard for it. Comes away with it. Down the line for Calvert-Lewin. Over on the left-hand side. He's got a ball into the middle for Tanaka. Tanaka's got a chance of a shot and he's just leaning back as he hits it over the bar. Just got to get himself over the top of that ball. Good move by Leeds there. hitting them on the counter. It's good vision from Calvert-Lewin there. Beal who clears the ball. Calvert-Lewin, does he get his head to it? Tanaka does. Beal plays it high again for Calvert-Lewin. Todibo, strong there. Did the ball go out? No. Tanaka gets it back to Calvert-Lewin. Back inside to Okafor. Beal. Giving it outside to Bogle, who's working hard for it. The ball goes down the line. Rodon, I think, puts it out, does he? No. The throw goes to Leeds. Perry, all the way out to the left-hand side. Played inside by Ampadu, back to Beal. Tanaka. Making the ball do the work, Leeds. West Ham are having to work hard to get anywhere near it at the moment. Tanaka goes all the way across to the left-hand side. Ampadu plays it out to Okafor. Goodmanson inside. Is it going to come to Aronson? Good defending by Kilman. Just managed to block the shot as Aronson went for the left-footed finish. In fact, it was a fluffed shot from Aronson there with his left foot. Should have done better because the tackle wasn't in there. He just scuffed it completely. Diouf plays the ball forward. Headed away. Irving now coming across midfield, going across to the far side, the right-hand side. Bowens comes short for it and gets it. Comes inside. All the way up to Somerville, who's now well put it on this left-hand side. He plays the ball inside to Paqueta. His cross comes in. It's cleared away. Somerville's going to have to retrieve it going backwards. And Aronson puts the pressure on him and Somerville puts it out for a throw to Leeds. Poor by Somerville. Gets a big cheer from the Leeds crowd. Bogle's going to take this throw. Down the line. Goes over everybody and then bounces out. Diouf takes the throw quickly. Todibo now gives it to Kilman. Under pressure from Aronson. Goes back to Todibo. Cross to Wan-Bissaka. He's under pressure and has to go all the way back to Ariol. Ariola gets it out, but Leeds are working hard to win the ball back again. Bowen down the right-hand side. Got a chance to run at Goodmanson. Still coming down left-hand side. Ball's played inside. There must be an offside there. Paqueta's put it in the back of the net, but he did look offside when that ball came through to him second time. It's possible that West Ham have got a goal back. And the flag has gone up. And Paqueta did look offside and has been given offside. I guess that VAR will check that. Just be able to see that now. It's not now, it's when he goes for the second ball. Yeah. He was offside. It's just a matter of who the ball came off. Bogle's played it on to Callum Wilson, who's got the blocking, and it comes through to Paqueta, who puts it into the top of the net. But he's got to be off there, and that's got to be disallowed. Because Bogle was driving the ball away from the goal, so it can't have been him who put the ball through to Paqueta. It must have come off Callum Wilson to go forward, in which case Paqueta's offside. West Ham so poor, get rid of Moyes and no better. You think they'll give Nunes time? If he don't turn things around, do you think he'll get more time than Moyes did. Stockley Park taking their time. You can see that Paqueta is half a yard offside there when that ball deflects off Callum Wilson. You can see he's beyond the last defender. He's straight half a yard offside. I don't know what the problem is. He's offside. There's the line. He's beyond the line, beyond the blue line. Get on with it. Crowd cheer as that offside is eventually given, and it remains 2-0. But it's a warning for Leeds. And it all started with Bowen. They've got to keep an eye on Bowen. Offside to be taken by Lucas Perry. Drives it down the left. Okafor goes up. Calvert-Lewin touches it on. Okafor can't bring it in. Throw to West Ham. Wan-Bissaka's going to take this. Down the line, it's headed away. Beale plays it forward. Aronson chasing it. Comes out to the left-hand side. Diouf now going to go down the line long. Rodon wins that header. Longstaff plays the ball out to the right-hand side to Bowen. It's a dangerous one. Is that one right across the defence? He has a shot. It's a scuffed one, not the best one with his left foot. And all the keeper Perry dives to his left. I think he knew that was going wide and let it go. But there's a player down there. Was it Beale, that one? Can't see what he's not showing who was down there. Oh, no, it's Goodmanson. Bit of a left hip injury there. Maybe he fell a bit awkwardly. Hopefully he'll run that off. Perry plays it inside to Tanaka. He lays it to Beale. Goodmanson helps it on down the line, but it's pulled back in by Basaka. Ampadu gets it out to Bogle, but he's facing his own goal and has to go back to Perry. Perry drives it long. It's played inside by Okafor. Can Aronson make it? No, he can't. Diouf beats him to it. Rodon wins the header. Bogle under pressure comes down. Ampadu does well to make himself a bit of space, and he's away through the middle now. He's got Calvert. He's going to go for a shot himself, is he? No, he's not a natural finisher in Ampadu, and that's a weak finish in the end. He cut back on his left. He was central, and you could see that he was trying to curl one inside the right-hand post. But it was a poor effort in the end. And it was well wide. I think he fell over in embarrassment, Ampadu, in the end. Somebody who was a more natural finisher might have got that on target because it was a really good opening. Goodmanson's still hobbling after that injury to his hip. I hope he's okay. The ball's with Irving. Comes out to the left-hand side now. Kilman gives it into Somerville. Diouf makes a run down the left-hand side. Somerville cuts inside on his right foot, as he does. And then he commits a foul on Longstaff, and he's going to get a booking for that. Big cheer from Leeds supporters as he gets that yellow card. Just looking at that foul again. Just stretching for the ball with Somerville there. Nothing in it, but he took Longstaff out. There's no doubt about that, and deserved his yellow card. Goodmanston's still limping as well on that left hip. Is he going off for a bit of attention? He's having a word with Ampadu about this. Rodon's just saying to him, "What's wrong? Can you carry on?" Don't know what's going on here. Ampadu's having a word with the referees. He tried to get Goodmanson to go off for treatment. I don't know. Goodmanson's going back to his position. He does look to be struggling on that left hip there. Has gone down now as Goodmanson. A lot of added time when it actually does come. We've still got 3.5 minutes of normal time, but there's going to be 7 or 8 minutes of added time, you would imagine. I think what he's done is, as he's fell backwards trying to block that shot from Bowen, that he's fell backwards onto the boot of Biol, and maybe that's the injury that's occurred. I think Callum Wilson's saying to him he should be off. James Justin getting warmed up is an adequate substitution for Goodmanson if he can't come on, if he can't come off. Looks like he is being substituted, so James Justin is coming on. Biol's game is over, which is a shame because he was linking up well with Okafor down that left-hand side. And Goodmanson is indeed substituted. So Goodmanson hobbles off. We're not missing anything. There's no play at the moment. James Justin comes on. He'll slot straight into left back. So it won't affect Leeds' formation. Throw's taken all the way back to Rodon, then to Biol. And Biol goes back to Perry. Perry's going to go long under pressure. And it is long. It's over the top of everybody. It takes one bounce and it skips right into the hands of Areola. He lays it out to Kilman. He goes out to Todibo. Back to Kilman. Todibo runs forward and he goes long, looking for the run of Wan-Bissaka, but with the greasy turf, it takes a couple of bounces and skips away from Wan-Bissaka and straight out for a goal kick. Bit too straight, those passes. They've got to go a bit wider, I think, to give the chances for the players to catch up with the ball. Perry gets out to Rodon, up to Bogle. The press was on Somerville, but it's cleared up to Calvert-Lewin. He doesn't win the ball. It's laid out to Diouf. Aronson is working hard to win the ball off Diouf, and he does win the ball off Diouf. Plays it into Tanaka, but he had 3 around him and has lost the ball to Paqueta. Bogle's in there. Paqueta still has it. Aronson Paquetá come out with it. Paquetá is in there with Rodon. Somerville is pulled down by Bogle there. Referee's given nothing so far, and he lets the player go on. Did look like a foul there. Did look like he had an arm over Somerville and pulled him down, but Leeds come away with it. Calvert-Lewin goes down and the foul is given. 13 minutes of added time. Well, 13 minutes. I thought 8 or 9 maybe. I didn't know it was as long as 13, but that's it. Ampadu gives it to Rodon. He plays it across to Biol. Goes down the line to Okafor. He's got Wan-Bissaka. Can he take him on? He has to come back inside. Back to Biol. Biol gives it to Rodon. And chips the ball down the line, looking for the run of Aronson. If he can get there, he's got a bit of space to him. He has to cut inside. He's held up by Diouf. He puts his cross in now. It's a great run by Calvert-Lewin at the near post, and it just skips into the arms of Areola before he can get there. But James Justin's, I think there's been sandwiched there. James Justin, as Areola threw the ball out long, Callum Wilson was the recipient, but James Justin took it off him, but the referee said he was sandwiched and gives the free kick to West Ham. Play goes on. Comes out to Kilman on his left-hand side. Aronson working hard to put pressure on him. Todiba lays it inside to Paquetá, who gives it back to Todiba. And it comes across to Kilman. Looking for space out wide. There isn't any at the moment. He's having to turn back and go back. Todiba lays it inside, gives it back. Todiba, then to Kilman. Not making any space forward. It's played inside, but Leeds are quickly into that. It's Rodon who comes away centrally. He's got James Justin on the outside. Okafor now. Oh, and he tries to chip one into the far post with a bit of curl on it. And for a moment there, we're just waiting for the net to bulge. The goalkeeper was a bit worried about it as he was diving to his left. It's a great effort. Don't know how far or wide it was. Okafor cut it back inside and then hit it quite early, and that's only half a yard wide, that. Before the goalkeeper had a chance to set himself, he cut back inside onto his right foot and then hit it immediately, and it's only a yard wide. Another great chance by Leeds. Okafor's been good this half. Biol gets a piece of that ball. It's going to come out to Wan-Bissaka in his own half. He plays it down the line. Bowen lays it back inside. Plenty of runners going forward. Wan-Bissaka's one of them. It's led him far to Somerville. Then Paquetá. Difficult to take the ball off Paquetá. Bissaka has it now. Bissaka gets the ball back. Lays it inside to Irving. Paquetá is to go out before coming back in. He chips the ball into the box, but it's too much on it, and it takes one bounce straight through into Perry's hands. Noticeable that West Ham are getting more players forward since they made all those substitutions, which is understandable. They are 2-0 down. Long ball that Calvert-Lewin gets ahead to, but it's cleared away. Then Ampadu wins the ball going forward. James Justin now. Lays it back. Tanaka. Longstaff. Square is Rodon looking for Calvert-Lewin. It's headed away by Wan-Bissaka, but Leeds pick the loose ball up again. It's Ampadu. Tanaka's gone down injured, and Ampadu puts the ball out so he can get some treatment. Looks like his left ankle. Oh, that's a painful one down his left ankle. He would have felt that. Looks like he's going to be okay, though. They do give the ball back to West Ham, but it goes all the way back to Lucas Perry. He drives it long down left again. Okafor brings the ball down under pressure from Wan-Bissaka. Was he fouled? No, referee's having none of it. The ball goes out. Ampadu went down under the challenge of Wan-Bissaka. He's throwing a few boots in his Wan-Bissaka, but he got away with it. Throws taken quickly, goes all the way back to Areola. Todibo now. Long ball again. Wilson gets the wrong side of Biol, but Bowen can't bring it in. Rodon clears it long. Looking for the run of Calvert-Lewin. He's going to run for this one. Kilman manages just to keep it in and gives it back to Areola. His clearance isn't the best. Ampadu lobs it back in. Calvert-Lewin challenges for the high ball. Takes a bounce and goes into the arms of Areola. He lays it into the middle to Paquetá, who's come deep looking for the ball now. He plays the ball into Callum Wilson, but he's had the ball taken off him by Rodon. It goes out to James Justin, and he goes all the way back to Perry. 51 minutes gone. Bogle gives it to Aronson. Aronson goes down. No foul, says the referee. Given inside. Souček, not seen much of the ball so far. Souček, Bowen gets a cross away. It's cleared by Ampadu. Can be brought down by Diouf eventually. Lays it down the line. That's an easy one for Aronson to defend, and it goes out for a throw to West Ham. Diouf is going to take this one. Plays it quickly in. Somerville is under pressure from two of them. Aronson one of them. The ball goes out and the referee gives it to Leeds. Somerville don't want to give the ball to Leeds. It's West Ham's time. It's not Leeds' time now. If you don't want to give the ball back, let him. Bogle goes long. Doesn't reach. He lets it go though, does Bogle, thinking that the ball's going to run out, and Callum Wilson holds it in the corner. Bogle trying to retrieve that ball. He's given it to Somerville though. Bogle still working for it. Somerville's got a touch to it. Callum Wilson brings it in, but it's cleared by Tanaka. And I think it may have just gone out before Wilson got his left foot round it. West Ham fans in the crowd not looking happy, and you can't blame it. It's not been a good performance this first half from their team. 2-0 down seems a long way back, but there's still a full half to go yet. Ball goes long. Calvert-Lewin gets a touch to it, does he? It's headed away backwards. Tanaka lobs it forward, headed right by Okafor, but Calvert-Lewin for Okafor, but Okafor goes down. Saliba plays it inside to Irving. Irving gets out to Diouf on his left-hand side. It's played inside to Paquetá. It's Irving again. Wan-Bissaka not making one of those runs down the line, but he still gets the ball anyway. Plays it back inside to Irving. He plays a little ball in. It's straight out to Wan-Bissaka. His cross is a good one. I think it maybe came off Somerville and gently into the arms of Perry. Perry rolls the ball out to the left-hand side. Brought down by James Justin. Played inside to Okafor. Longstaff. Wide out is Aronson. Bogle's made a run forward if Aronson can find him. Bogle gets it. It's a shot at the near post that's blocked by the knees of Areola and out for a corner. Well played by Aronson and Bogle, linking together down that right-hand side. I thought it just under-hit it for a moment, but Bogle still managed to get there. It's not the best defending by Diouf there. He must have been favourite to get to it, but he didn't. Corner to Leeds. Longstaff on the right-hand side is going to take an away swinger. And it comes, long one to the back post. Headed away by Somerville picks the ball up. I think Souček had maybe headed that away. Somerville being pressurised. Then back to Diouf. He's got a chance to clear it left-footed. Looking for Paquetá. Paquetá's hit in the back by Biol, and the foul's given. Referee's just going to have a word with Biol about that. Nothing more than that. Evans takes this. Souček out to the right. Todiba. Comes out to Bowen in a bit of space again. That's not good marking by Leeds there. Tanaka's with him. He's going to go around it. Gets a good crossing, and it's headed wide. Is that Souček? Bowen's the danger man. Obviously the danger man. He goes round Tanaka. Gets a great crossing. Souček's got to do better than that on the 6-yard box centrally. Got too much of a good head on it. Came off one of the corners of his head and out for a goal kick. And all the chances that West Ham have had so far have been created by Jared Bowen. Paquetá, good bit of skill there to get it to Somerville. Somerville's under pressure from Ampadu. Throws taken quickly. Kilman goes across to Todiba. And then out to Wan-Bissaka. Into the 12th minute of the 13 minutes. So 1 minute to go. Leeds have got to just hold out for another minute and go in quite happily at 2-0 up. Paquetá plays the ball inside, but it's picked off by Ampadu. And Ampadu can run at the defence now. Centrally, he's got plenty of space. He's got men in support. Okafor, is it going to come to Okafor? It just doesn't make its way through. As Wan-Bissaka must have got a bit to it just to take the pace away from the ball so they didn't get through to Okafor. Wan-Bissaka again. Almost taken out by Longstaff there, but the ball comes out to Diouf. Then he goes back to Kilman. Paquetá coming deep looking for more of the ball. Bissaka gets the ball in the centre circle. Goes out to the right-hand side. Comes back in to Irvin. Paquetá. Support from Kilman. Plays it down the line. It's a poor pass though. It's overhit by 20 yards. And the referee brings it to a half-time close. And a good half for Leeds. Aronson scoring the first goal. And then Joe Rudd on a header from a free header from a corner as well. And they had a couple more chances and could have had another couple at least to have put this game to bed before half-time. But at half-time, it is 2-0 to Leeds. Time to get your comments in, guys. Let us know what you think about that first half. Thanks to everyone who's watched. We've got amazing viewing figures today. Really do appreciate everybody who's watched so far. If you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber. We're only a couple away from that 200 mark if we've not already gone past it. Really do appreciate that support. Hit that like button as well, which helps us with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to watch more of our watch-alongs, hit that notification bell. Scrappy stop-start. Yeah, possibly so, yeah. There was a lot of niggly little fouls that were blown up for, weren't there? I think the best of the football came from Leeds, but I think West Ham have shown that with Paquetá and Bowen up front, they can create chances. And but for a half a yard offside from Paquetá, it might have been 2-1 and all to play for this one. I'll just look at the... there are some other games going on, so let's just take a look at those as they stand at the moment. Just bring those up. Just bear with me. No one it's like this. All right, what have we got? So at half time in the Championship, it's Preston 1, Sheffield United 2. So maybe Sheffield United making a bit of a comeback now, having won the last game. Still a lot of work needed there, but so Sheffield United took the lead in the 10th minute from Brooks. Callum O'Hare added a second in the 16th minute, and then Dobbin has scored one deep into injury time to bring Preston back into it. So it remains 2-1 at half time there. Congrats, subs. So thanks for that. I'm hoping that we are over the 200 mark if that's the case. It hasn't updated yet on my thing, but I'll just take a quick look and see what it says. Yeah, that's great. It's 200 subscribers. Thanks, everyone. Really do appreciate your support there. We push on now for 250, but 200 is a real good landmark for us. We're making progress. We're increasing our viewers and our subscribers. Onwards and upwards. Thanks to you all for your support. Now, tomorrow's fixtures. If you want to join us for a live watch along tomorrow, then please do. The games tomorrow, if I just bring the Premier League up, and I'll let you know what game we're going to cover. Is there no game at an early kickoff? I thought there were. Looks like there's no 12:30 kickoff tomorrow, which is the game I was going to actually look for. There's Chelsea Sunderland at 3 o'clock, Newcastle Fulham at 3 o'clock, 5:30 is Manchester United and Brighton, and then Brentford and Liverpool at 8 o'clock. I might do the Chelsea Sunderland game at 3 o'clock tomorrow. If anyone wants to join us for that, hit that notification bell. Sunday's games, I quite fancy the Aston Villa Man City game. Aston Villa are just beginning to find their form at the moment, and Man City are playing real well, so that should be a good game. So if you want to join us for that on Sunday as well, it'd be great to have your company. But let's get back to this game. So comments, let's have a look. Think West Ham players will get a rocket at half time. Need an early goal second half. Yeah, if Leeds got an early goal second half, then that would kill the game off, wouldn't it? West Ham have made a couple of substitutions already, and from what I was listening to at the beginning of the game, West Ham haven't got much on the substitutes bench, so maybe Nuno hasn't got many options off the bench if he needs to. We shall see. It's always a difficult place to come to is Ellen Road. It's a hostile atmosphere for any away team, never mind one that's struggling for form like West Ham are. But the one thing that they needed to do, West Ham, was to be solid early on against Leeds, and they weren't. They went 2 down pretty quickly, and that's not what Nuno would have wanted. Now, what does he do? He's got Callum Wilson on already, so I think he's just got to say, get the ball more to Somerville on the left-hand side and Bowen on the right, and hopefully they can create something. Wan-Bissaka overlapping with Bowen, maybe something that they can get round the back of Leeds. But for the second half, Leeds just need to be solid for the first 10-15 minutes, because it's obvious that West Ham are going to come at them. If Leeds can catch one on the break, even better. Leeds have got to keep the intensity up that they've shown so far. The intensity that's been missing for the last 2 or 3 games. And if they do, they should come out comfortable winners. On to 11 points, which is a great start for Leeds. Push them back up the league and open a gap between the bottom 3. Will keep West Ham well in the relegation zone. I would have thought of that at the beginning of the season. Just looking at the tables, just see what it shows, whether it shows as is. Yeah, as is, Leeds go up to 13th position. No, I know they've got a lot of difficult games to come of Leeds, but you've got to beat the teams around you. And Leeds have done that, apart from Burnley last week, which was a poor result. But it's how teams react after poor results like that, and Leeds have reacted really well. Win your games at home, try to pick up bonus points away, and you will survive. And at the moment, Leeds and certainly Sunderland in 7th position. What a start they've had. Congratulations to Sunderland. They've been absolutely magnificent. Let's hope they can keep it going. But at the moment, in 7th position, who would have thought of that? Got some difficult games coming of Sunderland, but there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to handle that. If Leeds win this game tonight, they'll be 6 points above the relegation zone. I know it's only the 9th game and there's a long way to go, but just keep picking up points. It would be Leeds' what, 3rd win would that be in the Premier League? And they say you probably need 10 wins and a couple of draws to survive in this league. So 3rd win, well on the way to getting it. Just get this second half timer ready. We won't be far off the players coming back out now. They've had their 10 or 11 minutes already, despite the late finish. 2-0 at half-time to Leeds. Has anybody got a final prediction? I said 2-0 to Leeds. I'd settle for the 2-0. But I'd like to see them get a couple more. Just really put this one to bed as quick as possible. An early goal will finish it off. Just wondering when any West Ham fans are watching the channel at the moment, if any of them have got anything to say about their team. Are you in a relegation fight, or is this just temporary? Do you think Nuno's going to turn this around? He's got a lot of work ahead of him. Your team looks a bit lightweight in places. Diouf at left back has looked weak and vulnerable, especially on the break. Your midfield's been overrun, and apart from Paquetá, Somerville in patches, and Bowen, who was being good in that first half, there's no inspiration in your side. But I could be wrong. You let me know if you think I'm wrong. I can't see Leeds making any changes so far. Keep the same side for the first 15 minutes. That's usually Daniel Farke's modus operandum. Leeds are quite lucky that they've got a good bench as well. They've got some good players on the bench to come into it if they need it. Strong in defence and strong in midfield. Just back with the coverage now. It looks like the West Ham players maybe just coming back onto the pitch. They have this little thing where they do a bit of a warm-up as they come out, jogging round cones and what have you. Never seen that before. Preston have equalised against Sheffield United. 2-2 now. An own goal. West Ham sent out early, but not Leeds, as the TV coverage goes on another break. Back with the coverage. No, looking very pensive. He's got a lot on his mind. He's got a big job there at West Ham as the rain still comes down. Leeds just coming out now. Nuno obviously thought that the 3-5-2 wasn't working and changed it when he moved Wan-Bissaka across to right back instead of the left back, made it into a 4-4-2 with Somerville on the left from the right and Bowen back over to the right-hand side. Looks like Harrison's coming on for Okafor. That's got to be an injury. Leeds are going to miss Okafor. He had a good first half there. And they won't have the attacking flair that they had from Okafor with Harrison. Leeds about to kick off anyway for this second half, kicking from right to left. Okafor does seem to be a bit injury prone. He was known that when he was bought, but we're away, and Okafor is off. That'll restrict Leeds' attacking ability down that far, this near side. It's a shame that. Anyway, B-All comes forward. He gives it to James Justin. He's knocked over by Bowen. He's a stocky little player. He's as strong as Bowen and easily dispossessed James Justin there. Ball's back with Areola. Comes out to Todibo. His clearance is... Soucek was brought down by Tanaka. Diouf comes across to Todibo from Kilman. Todibo's got a bit of space to work with coming forward. He plays it back inside to Paquetá, who's deliberately coming deep for the ball now. But while he's deep, he's not attacking Leeds in the last third, which is great for Leeds. Diouf has the ball. It's played into Irving. Irving comes out to Todiba. It's all in the West Ham half at the moment. Todiba just comes a bit further forward now. Plays it out to Bowen, but that's behind Bowen and it's out for a throw to Leeds. Poor pass. It's a simple pass, that. Given to Ampadu. Calvert-Lewin heads it into the middle. Longstaff looking to pick the ball up, but Paquetá plays it forward. Biol wins the header. Tanaka working hard for it. Biol's played it into the path of Bowen. James Justin manages to take the ball away from Bowen, out for a throw to West Ham. Wan-Bissaka takes it quickly, gives it to Paquetá, lays it inside. Irving back to Paquetá, puts a cross into the back post. It's going to be headed away by Biol. High in the air, Calvert-Lewin gets a touch on, but it's picked up in the centre circle. Back to Paquetá. Bowen comes inside, tries to lay the ball. There's a pull of the shirt by Souček on Biol there, and the referee saw that. Commentators say fortunate, but it wasn't fortunate. He got hold of his shirt and pulled him back. Biol's going to leave this for Perry. This free kick. Calvert-Lewin will be looking to get his head onto this one. It's not near him though. It's headed away, picked up by Longstaff. All the way to Rodon. He leaves it back to Perry. Biol comes short and gets the ball. He lays it out to Justin. Inside to Ampadu. Ampadu lays it inside to Calvert-Lewin. He gets it across to Harrison. Harrison chips one forward into the middle. Aronson. He must have come back from an offside position because it's given. Todiba takes the ball short to Souček and then is forced to go all the way back to Areola. Almost closed down again. James Justin gets the ball. Lays it into Longstaff, then to Ampadu. Ampadu goes back to Biol. Biol to James Justin. Leeds being forced backwards. Biol's going to go across to the right-hand side. Rodon. Rodon lays the ball down the line for Tanaka. Just couldn't be kept inside. Goes all the way back to Areola. He goes long, right-footed. Biol picks the ball up now. Out to James Justin on this near side. Plays it inside. Tanaka lays it back to Harrison. Harrison back to James Justin. Back to Biol. Biol plays the ball back to Tanaka. That's a poor pass from Tanaka there. Just needed to lay it into the path of James Justin and he played it behind him and out for a throw. Unnecessarily giving the ball back to West Ham. Don't want to invite them on. Wan-Bissaka is going to take this throw now. Gets the ball back, plays it inside, but it's played away by Ampadu and then even further by Biol. Todibo brings the ball down though, turning one way and then goes long down the left-hand side, but it's a sliced ball for Bowen and it goes out before it gets anywhere near him for a throw to Leeds. Lack of quality from West Ham. James Justin with the throw. As the rain continues to come down, it's hooked away by Harrison. Goes high in the air again. James Justin can let that go out and it's going to be a throw to Leeds just short of the halfway line. On the near side, the Leeds left. No, getting his instructions out. Obviously, whatever he said at half-time, they're not doing it. Ampadu has to go all the way back to Perry. Callum Wilson is going to Try to put a bit of pressure on, but he's on his own and it's not worked, that one. Beal plays the ball inside to Tanaka. He gets it all the way to Rodon. Rodon to Longstaff. Aronson's fell there. And the ref does give the free kick. Irving there. Ball comes to Longstaff. To Beal. Bogle for the run of Calvert-Lewin. May have just been offside, but the player's allowed to go on. Diouf gives it all the way back to Kilman. Areola, left-footed, drives it long. It's flicked on by Paquetá. Callum Wilson battling for the ball. Leeds win the ball though. Bogle has it now. Down the line looking for the run of Aronson. He's got a bit of space here now as Kilman can just get in front of him. And the ball comes off Aronson onto Kilman and it's a throw to Leeds. Bogle takes it quickly. Gets it ball back. Puts a cross in. But it's too close to Areola on his 6-yard box before Calvert-Lewin can get there. He makes a comfortable catch. And drops the ball at his feet. Lays it out to Todiba. He gives it to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka goes down the line looking for Bowen, but he's beaten to it by James Justin. But the ball takes a ricochet out and a throw to West Ham it is. Wan-Bissaka's going to take it. Bowen helps the ball on under pressure. Beal hooks the ball into the face of Ampadu and it goes out for a throw. You'd have felt that one. Taken quickly. Irving. Paquetá now. In the centre circle. Lays the ball back. Irving again. Paquetá under pressure from Aronson. Gets the ball out to Diouf on the left-hand side. He lays the ball inside to Irving again. Try to lay it back to Irving. Irving collects the ball, gets it to Paquetá, but he's gone backwards. Paquetá flicks it inside to Diouf. He gives it to Somerville. He turns and comes inside, but he's going backwards on a cross. Gives it back to Paquetá, then to Diouf. Down the line, but Bogle gets in the way. The ball hits the corner flag. Somerville keeps it in, but then Bogle gets his foot in. Perry dives on his 6-yard box as the ball goes across his 6-yard box. Manages to get a left arm to it and keeps it away from anyone following in from West Ham. And then it's cleared down the line, the right-hand side, and the throw is given to Leeds. And Paquetá looks like he's been booked for dissent and he's still giving the ref a lot of mouth. You've got to be careful. He's been booked and he's still having a go at the ref and he's following him and still shouting at him. You know, if you want to get yourself sent off, Paquetá, just keep doing that. The referee will lose his patience in the end. Beal gives it to Rodon, just on the edge of his own box. He lays it out to Bogle. Bogle's dispossessed by Somerville, but Rodon can drive it down the line. Calvert-Lewin brings it in down on his chest. Ampadu working hard for it, and he's penalised. Free kick's taken quickly. Todibo to Kilman to Todibo again. Drifting across the right-hand side. He plays the ball down the inside left position for Callum Wilson, who's made the run. Throw given. Wan-Bissaka on the right. Bowen gives it back to him, being forced back. Goes back to Todibo and then in the centre circle. Be Kilman. Kilman's got Diouf in support, but it's a poor pass that Aronson's easily intercepted, and Leeds can come away on the break now. Gives it to Calvert-Lewin, and Calvert-Lewin's just beaten to it by Todibo. Calvert-Lewin's not got the pace there, and maybe Aronson should have just waited, but they've won back again by Bogle. Aronson on the right-hand side, got a chance to cross a ball, and it's slightly behind Calvert-Lewin, and as he was falling over, he tried to backheel the ball, and he managed to get a backheel on it, but it goes high and wide over the bar. Bit more quality there from Aronson with those two balls that he played in there, and Leeds might have been in again, but that's one of the issues for Leeds, is just someone in that number 10 position, in Aronson's position, who can just unlock a defence, be able to slot a pass through. Leeds just don't have that at the moment. Ball goes down the line. Diouf keeps it in. Got Bogle for company, gets his cross in, but it's headed away by Ampadu. Picks up on the left-hand side. It's crossed to the back post, but it's an easy catch for Perry. Leeds crowd certainly getting behind their team. Somerville now getting boos from the Leeds crowd. Turns one way, then the other, trying to get away from Longstaff. Lays it back into Paquetá. He comes across to Todiba. Bowen comes short for it down this right-hand side. Got one Bissaka in support. Got Soucek with him as well, but gives it to Paquetá. Makes a run forward. Doesn't get the ball. Soucek did, but he's given it away. Aronson turns one way, comes inside again, gets himself a bit of space, runs past Paquetá. He's got Harrison with him. He's got Calvert-Lewin. Is he going to have a shot himself? It's a deflected shot that hits the crossbar and goes over. Great run by Aronson. They backed off and backed off and backed off, and he got to the edge of the box and then thought, well, I might as well have a go. He had men in support, but it just opened up for him. The deflection just took it over. Only just over as it clipped the top of the crossbar. Be a corner to Leeds. Keeper was well beaten by that deflection. Corner comes in now. Headed away to the edge of the box. It's Harrison who has a shot. Is it going to go out for a corner? It was deflected. Paquetá stops it. It's Biol who's in there. Paquetá claims the throw and gets the throw. Paquetá is a ticking time bomb. It's probably only a matter of time before this guy gets sent off. Sarcastically applauding the referee. Headed forward by James Justin. Looking for a ball across, but it's picked off by West Ham. It was a foot in by Bogle on Somerville. Leeds retrieve the ball and it filters all the way back to Perry. He played inside to Ampadu on the halfway. Tanaka back to Ampadu. Longstaff. Aronson. Ampadu. Ball across to Biol, but it's behind him and it's forced him back. But he plays it across to Rodon. To Longstaff. Tanaka plays the ball inside. Bogle gives it to Aronson. Aronson's got a bit of space now. He's giving it to Calvert-Lewin in that inside right position. He's been held off on the edge of the box, but he manages to get the ball back to Bogle. Played inside to Tanaka. Tanaka looking one way, then the other goes across to Ampadu. Ampadu across to Harrison. Left-footed shot, straight at the keeper. Well played by Leeds, creating chances on the edge of the box there. "61 minutes gone. All good for Leeds so far." Kilman goes out to Diouf, gets it back. Leeds are holding a high line there. Todiba coming forward now. Down the right-hand side. Wan-Bissaka, Bowen. Looking for Callum Wilson, but the ball's in front of him. It's skipped through, past him and through to Perry. Looks like there's a West Ham player down, holding his right ankle, maybe Achilles. Calvert-Lewin got in on him. Didn't see anything too bad there. He may have just caught him, but didn't seem anything bad. But he's down and looks in a bit of pain. West Ham possibly making another substitution here. Ball goes out to left-hand side. Kilman. Todiba seems to be okay now. Back to Kilman. Irvin to Paquetá, who's very central. Irvin again tries to lay a ball through to Wilson. He lays it off to Paquetá. Diouf held up by Aronson. Goes back to Paquetá. He's crossed first time. He's straight into the arms of Lucas Perry. Makes a comfortable catch. Definitely a substitution. Maybe two for West Ham. Rodon with the ball. Goes all the way back to Perry. Perry's going to go long. Looking for Calvert-Lewin. Gets up early, does Calvert-Lewin. Ball comes out to Harrison. He lays it back to James Justin. Harrison gets the ball back. James Justin goes down the line. He sees the ball inside to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin brings it under control quite well. Under a lot of pressure. Goes down, thinks he was obstructed by Bowen, but the referee's having none of it. And the substitutions will now take place. So Irvin's going off. Potts comes on for Irvin. And Souček goes off. Fernandez comes on for Souček. Nunes obviously thinks that they're not getting enough possession in midfield, not competing with the Leeds midfield. Bowen has the ball now, plays a little 1-2 inside. Ampadu wins the ball back, but then Fernandez has won the ball and Bowen's got a chance to put a ball across. Paquetá with his right-footed shot is blocked. Rodon blocks it by his chest and it's come all the way back out to the halfway line. Todiba. Bowen now. Plays it back across. Paquetá tries to play it back into Bowen on the edge of the box. Can't bring it under control. But Diouf picks the ball up again. Back into Paquetá. Fernandez. Callum Wilson. Foot in by Biol there. Saves the day for Leeds. A shot on target. Manages to turn it away for a goal corner. Callum Wilson possibly being offside, but the corner's given. Fernandez is going to take this right-footed waist swinger, headed away at the front post by Jack Harrison. Wan-Bissaka in the central position there, goes out to Somerville on the left-hand side. He lays it back. Diouf. Potts gets his first touch of the ball. Paquetá. Wan-Bissaka now, playing a bit more central, maybe looking to get a bit more forward. But the ball's going back to Kilman. Potts again. chips the ball forward, looking for the run of Wan-Bissaka. He brings it down and gives it to Bowen. Bowen on his left foot again, looking to come inside. Gives it to Paquetá. Pots to Paquetá again. Paquetá under a lot of pressure from... They're saying there that there's a foul by the Leeds captain on Paquetá. It's quickly taken. Wan-Bissaka goes all the way across to Kilman. Kilman gives it to Somerville over on the far side. Run down the line from Diouf, but he has to come back in. Somerville. Potts in front of the Leeds defence. Paquetá. Wan-Bissaka on the right. Gives it inside to Bowen. Looks for the return ball, but James Justin intercepts it. Gives it to Harrison. He clears it left-footed down the line. And Tadiba, the ball coming over the top of his head. All he could do is side-foot it into touch, and it's a throw to Leeds just inside the West Ham half. On the Leeds left. Harrison comes up to take it. Leaves it for James Justin. Justin now down the line. Bit tight and he can't get it to Tanaka. It's just in front of him. West Ham come away. Kilman with a long ball looking for the run of Somerville, but Perry's off his line, out of his box quickly and puts it out for a throw. Playing the sweeper position, Perry there. West Ham enjoying a lot of possession though. Leeds can't get into this second half. I've lost their intensity again. It's played down the right-hand side now for Paquetá. Looking for the run of Bowen. It's too far in front of him though, and James Justin clears the ball in front of Bowen, out for a throw. It's taken quickly. It comes back to Wan-Bissaka. Coming forward, he's looking for a pass. Comes out to the left. Kilman to Diouf. Gives it to Somerville. He lays it inside. Back to Kilman. To Debo. Wan-Bissaka in support. Gets the ball. He has to go back. He was looking for a ball inside, but there wasn't one there. Ball goes outside to Diouf. Looks to get a left-footed cross in there, but it's blocked by Aronson. Out for a throw. Taken quickly. Somerville has it now. Going back to Kilman. Wan-Bissaka. Paquetá. Potts gives it to Kilman. Kilman's got Diouf out on the left-hand side again. He's got a left-footed crossing that's headed away by Biol. Flicked on even further by Ampadu. Leeds working hard on the edge of the box. Paquetá now. Fernandez now. He's got Wan-Bissaka out to the right. Is he going to give it to him? He does eventually. Back inside. Potts. Paquetá goes down. No foul given. Oh, there was. It's a late one. Didn't seem to be much in that. But the foul is given on the edge of the box. It's a dangerous position for Leeds here. It's a few yards outside the box, but it's just to the right of the goal. Maybe Longstaff just gave him a nudge in the back. I don't know. There's not much in that. There's a hand in the back, but Paquetá went down like he'd been hit in the back by a bullet. Dangerous position, Paquetá here. Bowen. Two left footers. With 20 minutes to go. It's about 25 yards out. Paquetá. Fernandez is going to take it. Goes all the way to the back post and it's well over hit. And Perry can let that go sailing out for a goal kick, and that's again poor from West Ham. Leeds making substitutions. Elia Gruev looks like he's coming on. Tanaka's going off. He's had a good game, Tanaka, but he's maybe just run out a bit of his steam just coming back after injury. Leeds looking to just solidify that midfield position there. more defensive Gruev than Tanaka. 19 minutes to go. Still 2-0 to Leeds. And Preston have taken the lead 3-2 against Sheffield United. What a comeback by Preston. Wouldn't that be a shame for Chris Wilder? Perry drives it long, looking for the run of Calvert-Lewin. Brings it down, does Calvert-Lewin, but it's just off his legs and it runs away before Harrison can get to it. Wan-Bissaka making a run down the right-hand side again there. Paquetá plays the ball inside. James Justin gets his foot in, gives it to Harrison, who drives it down the left-hand side looking for Calvert-Lewin. He can't bring the ball in. Todiba's going to get to it before he does, and he lays it all the way back to Areola. Back out to Todiba. And he's got space to bring it forward. Todiba has it again. Just short of the halfway line, though. He has to go back. Todiba gives it all the way across to Keelman. Played it into midfield. Diouf now. Cross to Todibo again. Out to the right-hand side, Wan-Bissaka gets the ball. He's immediately closed down by Harrison. Looking for Bowen, but James Justin gets in there quickly. Gruev lays it back to Biol, and Biol's going to give it to Perry. Perry's going to go long under pressure from Wilson. Calvert-Lewin gets up. Doesn't beat Kilman to it, though. Somerville flicks it through Bogle's legs and is away down the right-hand side, the left-hand side. Longstaff comes back to help him. Somerville runs into Longstaff and falls over. Aronson gets the ball now. Leeds need a bit of possession to just take the pressure off a bit. Biol has sold them short. Wan-Bissaka now gets a cross into the back post. Callum Wilson was making a run across the box. He got a touch on it, but it just was a weak touch that went easily through to Perry. He gets Aronson away down the right-hand side. He's gone past Diouf, Ampadu, Gruev. Gives it back to Aronson. Aronson's waiting for support. Biol, Bogle down the right-hand side. He's going to lay it to him, is he? No, he gets a cross in. Calvert-Lewin looked like he fell over in exhaustion there. Seeing what happened then there. He was just waiting for a bit of space and excuse me, Calvert-Lewin just must have slipped on the greasy surface and just fell over. I thought he'd lost all energy in his legs. Harrison working hard, trying to put the pressure on high, but there's no one supporting him from Leeds, so the press doesn't work like that. Bowen loses it to James Justin and he's got Calvert-Lewin away down the left-hand side. He cuts back, waits for support, gives it to Harrison, just on the edge of the box. James Justin back to Harrison, across to Ampadu. Inside to Gruev, back to Ampadu. Back to Harrison now with a bit of space to go for. James Justin down the left-hand side. Got a chance to put a cross in there. Cuts back inside and onto the right foot, puts a cross in. Just over the top of Calvert-Lewin. Paquetá's pulled back there by Gruev and the free kick's given. And there's a yellow card for Gruev there, maybe. I think it was Gruev who pulled Paquetá back. Last 14. Wan-Bissaka has it now. Forced back by Harrison. Back to Todibo. Cross to Kilman. Played inside. Long ball. Cross to the right. Brought down on the chest by Bowen. James Justin was in straight away. Bowen gets the loose ball that's headed up in the air, turning one way to the other, manages to get away down that right hand side. Off the legs of James Justin and away for a corner to West Ham. Fernandez is going to take this from the right hand side, the right footed away swinger. And it comes now. It's a deep onto the back post. It's easily headed away by Aronson. Diouf brings it down on the edge of the box. He didn't really get it under control. He has a left foot shot that's dragged well wide. Gets a jeer from the crowd. Two more substitutions for West Ham. Off comes Somerville to a large cheer from the Leeds crowd. Not had the best of times, hasn't Somerville? He's been well kept under control over that right hand side by Bogle and Harrison. They've taken off Wan-Bissaka. Magassa and Walker-Peters on for Somerville and Wan-Bissaka. Callum Wilson tries to bring the ball down on his chest, but it's taken off him by Ampadu. There's a deflection that takes it all the way through to Roden, and he gives it to Perry, who drives it long again. Calvert-Lewin's going to go up. Ball comes off the head of Tadiba, I think it may have been, and it's a throw to Leeds over on the near side, the left-hand side for Leeds. Harrison's going to leave it for Justin to take. Referee just telling James Justin to go back a bit, and so he does all the way to Biol. Biol gives it to Rodon, gets it back from Rodon. Biol goes across, plays it inside, looking for Aronson. It's a nothing ball that Aronson was never going to be able to control properly, and just hands the possession back to West Ham. That's poor from Biol, that. Ball played inside. Looking for Boehm. James Justin got his foot in there, couldn't control it though, and it runs off his foot for a throw. Quickly comes in from Walker-Peters. Given to Kilman. It's Fernandez who comes short for it. Given back to Kilman. Played inside. Looking for Callum Wilson, but it's taken away from him. Callum Wilson then is brought down and the referee gives a free kick. Biol. It's a long way out, this free kick. Paquetá chips one in. It's headed away though by Calvert-Lewin. Edge of the box. Grueff is working hard to win the ball back, giving West Ham no space. And Diouf tries to take it down the left-hand side. Can't keep it in, and it goes out for a throw to Leeds. Leeds looking comfortable so far, although they haven't offered a great deal in this second half, which is a bit of a disappointment. Ball goes over the top of Calvert-Lewin. Tadiba. Brought inside now. Given to Walker-Peters. Back to Todibo. Back inside. Oh, Fernandez was looking for Bowen there, but again, Bowen makes the run down the line and it's played behind him and out for a throw for Leeds, and lack of quality from West Ham. They're running out of time. And haven't really looked like scoring. They've had a lot of the ball this second half in the middle third, but haven't really opened Leeds up. Calvert Wilson out to Paquetá. Diouf, a shot from the edge of the box. He's blocked by combination of Leeds defenders that goes out for a throw. Longstaff was one of them, I think. Maybe Diouf wants to take this quickly, but he's wasting his own time by not putting it in the quadrants, and the referee's coming all the way across to make sure that it is, and it's not in there. Why not just put it in and not waste this time? It's your time. Just get it in there. Now he's moved it back out, and the referee's telling him to move it back in again. And this has wasted the best part of a minute for West Ham, time that is not theirs. It's going to be taken eventually. Comes in. It's well headed away by Beal. It's a thundering header that's going to take it all the way back to the halfway line virtually. Walker-Peters now. It's out to the right to Paquetá. He tries a ball on the outside of his foot down to Bowen, but Ampadu is well covering that one. Clears it out to Calvert-Lewin, who can't win that ball. All the way out to the left-hand side. Laid back inside to Paquetá. 1-2 with Fernandez. From the edge of the box, it's a shot that's deflected high in the air. Can it be kept in before it goes out? Perry does his best, but he wasn't able to, and it's a corner to West Ham. Then he kicks the ball away, and he's going to get a yellow card for it. Don't think he really had much choice. The corner could have been taken quickly with Perry well out of his goal. Fernandez is going to take this again. Right-footed away swinger this time. Near post, it's headed away. It's floated out to the right-hand side again. Fernandez brings it in his chest, flicks a ball inside for Paquetá. Calvert-Lewin's covering him. Harrison comes to help him. He's been forced out towards the corner flag, and Harrison takes it off him, clears it though, but it's immediately picked up. Potts has put an header in that's flicked away by Rodon, picked up by Diouf. Given back to Diouf again. He's going to put a left-footed in-swinger in that's cleared by Rodon again, picked up again by West Ham. Bogle's in there, Calvert-Lewin's in there, and Calvert-Lewin's won the ball back, holding on to the ball. Is he brought down? No. Fair challenge, says the referee. West Ham come again. Todibo out to Bowen. Cuts back in on his left-hand side. Another one that's swung in. It's over the top of everybody, especially Paquetá, who's not the tallest. Out to the back post. Bowen, Bogle drives it long and eventually out on the halfway line. Substitution for Leeds. Dan James to come on. Aronson going off. Had a good game as Aronson again. Calvert-Lewin going off. Both of them have worked hard, done their bit for this win for Leeds today, and a win it will be with just 4 minutes left. Nice to see Dan James back after his injury. On comes Metche for Calvert-Lewin as well. Fresh legs up front won't do this Leeds team any harm at all now. Someone who can just run and hold the ball up, and Metcher is good at that. Ball comes away, Bogle plays it down the line again, looking for Dan James. He doesn't make it, doesn't come to him. It comes out to Deba. Walker Peters waving him forward. He goes long, looking for Callum Wilson. Biol beats him to it and lets it run out. Maybe a bit of a collision between the two players. Biol is holding his head, so is Wilson. Don't think there's anything in that, really. He's not had a bad game at Biol. His first full game for Leeds in the Premier League. He's done okay. In place of Pascal Strauch. The rain tumbles down. So I think it's rained most of this game, but Leeds won't care with just 2 and a bit minutes left. Goal kick's taken, headed on by James Justin. Metcher working hard for the ball. Throw to Leeds on this near side. Not going to take this that quickly. James Justin goes for a new ball on its stand. Looking for Metcher. Metcher brings the ball down, holds it up, leaves it back to James Justin. Working between them. The ball comes out to West Ham. Fernandez coming down the right-hand side. He's got a lot of Leeds players around him. And one of them is Gruev, who he pulls down and concedes the free kick. Minute and a half plus whatever injury time. I can't imagine there's going to be 13 like there were in the first half, just a couple. Joe Rodon gets the player of the match. He's had a good game. Ampadu can't win the ball in midfield. Spread out to the left. Diouf comes back out to Todibo. On this right-hand side, he plays it inside to Walker Peters. Walker Peters is forced back. It's Potts who's coming forward. Out to Diouf. Back inside. Walker Peters. Across to the right to Bowen. On his left foot, coming inside. Tries to got one back. He's flicked one in as Fernandez. It's beyond the reach of Perry as he dives to his right-hand side, and Bowen was always going to be the problem, and this time they're giving him just a bit too much space in that inside right position for him to be able to float a great cross that Fernandez has just helped out on its way, and it's gone in the far post past Perry's right hand. And it will be a nervy, especially if there's a lot of added time to come. We're into the added time now. Four minutes. Now, are Leeds going to throw this away after being 2-0 up for 90 minutes? Are they going to throw it away now as West Ham come forward again? James Justin heads it high into the air. Brought down by Magassa. Potts lays it out to Paqueta. Diouf now. Back to Paqueta. Plays a ball in that's headed away by Bogle. And then drilled long. Metcher's nowhere near that. That's just time wasting for Leeds. But it's going to come straight back at him. Todibo. Back to Todibo on this right-hand side. Bowen now. Spread left. Kilman. Back to Todibo. Leeds hanging deep now. Ball comes across, but it's an easy one for Perry to catch. Under no pressure, he takes the catch and goes down, wasting a few more seconds. Farker's trying to get the Leeds team further up the pitch. Don't hang so deep. Don't invite the pressure on. Metcher being held as that ball comes. Todibo, and the foul is eventually given. It's well done by Metcha there, just taking the pressure off Leeds, and there's a yellow card for, is it Todibo? It looks like the referee's walking after him. Todibo's having none of it though. Eventually turns round and gets the yellow card shown to him. Not for the foul, it's probably for the mouth that he gave to the ref afterwards. He threw the ball away petulantly. Free kick. Harrison with it. Flicks it into Metcha. That's just a ball that's easily picked off by West Ham, and they come away with it. Leeds throwing. There's a foul there that's going to get a yellow card for somebody. It's a Leeds player. The tackles were flying in there. Desperation, a minute and a half to go. It was James Justin who got the yellow card. There's nothing more than the yellow card for James Justin there. Into the last minute. West Ham throwing everybody forward now. They're very deep. The referee takes his position. Free kick's going to be taken by Fernandez if he can lob it deep into the Leeds half. Areola got the ball back. Now it goes long. Headed by Longstaff, picked up by Bowen, spreads out to the far side. Paqueta, there's it back to Diouf. It's a poor pass by Diouf. Swiped by Ampadu, it goes high in the air, and Paqueta pushes Bogle over, and the free kick's given to Leeds, and that should be just about the end of it. Paqueta shakes his head again, but he's going to be clever enough to keep his mouth shut. With just 15 seconds to go. Perry's going to take it, but he's not going to take it in any hurry. Referee's whistling, telling him to get on with it. Ball goes long, high into the air. Metcha goes up for it. He's beaten to it by Kilman. Bogle plays it forward, but it's out for a throw. It's deep inside the West Ham half, though. Diouf takes it quickly. Almost. Metcha goes in there, but the final whistle goes, and it's a win for Leeds. A bit more navy than it needed to have been at the end there, but 2-1 win is a 2-1 win and 3 points to Leeds. And not a bad performance. The second half, they defended well. The first half, they attacked well. I'd like to have seen Leeds carry on going at West Ham. They allowed them to come at them, and they got the goal back in the end. But the win goes to Leeds. Daniel Farke will be very happy with that. Leeds go up to around about 13th position now, 11 points, some 6 points ahead of West Ham, who they've just beaten. It's early in the season, but 6 points is a big gap for teams when they're struggling. Leeds are out of that struggle at the moment, with more difficult games to come, but you've got to beat the teams that are around you, and Leeds have done that this week, as opposed to last week. A good performance. Thanks to everybody who's watched. Really do appreciate your support today. We've had great viewing figures. If you're not a subscriber, please do hit that subscribe button and that like button. If you've got any comments to drop in before we finish this live stream, just let us know what you think about the game. Leeds just about deserved it, didn't they? They got the 3 points. Daniel Farke giving his players a hug. Quite rightly too. They're putting a shift today. Joe Rodon, deservedly the man of the match. Nice to see Al Tanaka there getting back into the team. Calvert-Lewin put a shift in. hit that notification bell if you want to join us tomorrow for one of the watch-alongs. It'll be one of the 3 o'clock games, but if you hit that notification bell, you'll be told what it is. We're going to end it here then if no one's got any comments. Like I said, just before you do leave, just hit that subscribe button for us. Help us to progress this channel even further. But thanks for joining us. We really do appreciate your support. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you again tomorrow.